They say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes, family can be the very knife that cuts you the deepest. For 7 long years, I lived without my parents' approval, without their calls, without their blessings. They had cast me aside like I was nothing more than a stain on their perfect image. And yet, when my sister's recklessness caught up with her, when her debt ballooned into something no sane person could handle, they came crawling back. Not with apologies. Not with remorse. But with demands. They wanted me to sell the very house I had worked tooth and nail to buy, just to clean up a mess I never made. This is not just a story about debt. It is a story about betrayal, choices, and the heavy price of family loyalty. I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, in a family that prided itself on appearances. My father was a respected banker, my mother a schoolteacher, and together, they carried themselves like royalty in our community. And then there was my sister, Amara, the golden child. Beautiful, charming, quick-witted. Everyone adored her. And me? I was the shadow. I was the one who never seemed to shine bright enough under their critical eyes. But I wasn't lazy. I wasn't reckless. I worked. I studied. I pushed myself to prove that I was worth something. 7 years ago, I made a choice that altered everything. I refused to take part in the marriage arrangement my parents had forced on me. The man they chose was wealthy, older, and already had 2 wives. I wanted more than that. I wanted freedom, education, a life built by my own hands, not by theirs. So I walked away. That day, my father looked me dead in the eye and said, "You are no longer our daughter." My mother cried, but she did not stop him. Amara stood in the corner, smirking like she had finally won the throne once and for all. I was cut off, completely. No calls, no visits, no help. I left with nothing but the clothes on my back and the fire in my chest to prove them wrong. For years, I struggled. I took on odd jobs, waitressing, tutoring, cleaning offices at night. I scraped together enough to pay for my education. Slowly, painfully, I climbed. By the grace of God and sheer determination, I got into real estate. First as an agent, then, after saving every kobo I could, I bought my own small property. Then another. And finally, the pride of my life, my own house. A modest, 3-bedroom place in Suralere, not flashy, but mine. The walls carried my blood, sweat, and sleepless nights.